Hello to my YouTube subscribers. I am on a lunch break right now from seeing private clients today. Thursdays is my private client day. And I just wanted to reach out to you to let you know that based on the tremendous feedback that I have received from my YouTube subscribers and other individuals that have watched my videos, I have decided to do two things. First, I created an online community in which we can share our experiences, and also where I stream live content twice a week, offer inspirational, content, stories. Today we're doing a creativity challenge. So I invite you to join me in my Facebook group. I don't think the link is there right now, but I'll add the link after this video. The second thing that I want to share and to add to that is I'm doing a free webinar on an introduction to attachment on September 24th, Sunday, September 24th at 2 p.m. I had to access that for a minute. So I invite you to join me for the free live webinar. There's just been such tremendous feedback in the comments of the videos and things like that, and I just felt like I needed to create a forum in which we could have a conversation about it, where we could have a back and forth, where you could ask me a question, I could respond, and you could ask me a follow-up question, right? Because this topic is so near and dear to our hearts. It's so essential to how well we function, really on the most basic and essential levels in our day-to-day lives. So if you find yourself struggling in relationships, if you find yourself feeling like you're always anxious in relationships, or you're always preoccupied with what your partner's doing, thinking, or feeling, if you wonder if you have a right to say or think or feel or act any way in a relationship at whatever point in the relationship, if you find yourself overthinking, analyzing every single little thing that goes on in your relationship, everything your partner says, going over the conversations over and over and over in your head. If you find yourself in a roller coaster relationship where it's just up and down and there's these incredible highs but these extremely painful lows, if there's a little voice in your head that says, this isn't right for me, this isn't healthy, why can't I leave this person? Oh, but the sex is so good. Right? If that happens to you, or let's say the sex is terrible, but everything else is there and you can't understand why the intimacy is what it is, since everything else seems to be going well. Or maybe there's no problems. Maybe you're sort of weirded out by the fact that there's never any conflict, but at the same time you just feel like there's a veil between you. Why would that be? Or if you feel out of touch with your feelings, if you feel as though you're not deserving of your partners, if you find yourself ending relationships prematurely because you're convinced that you're going to screw it up somewhere down the line, if you feel like, oh my God, this is perfect and I'm going to preserve this just as it is and walk away now before it gets really bad, I think you should watch this webinar. If you fit into any of those categories, I think you should watch this webinar. If you find yourself swinging back and forth between these two feeling states, right? If you find that you are in one moment really the cold one in the relationship, and then the next minute you feel this desperate sense that you need to run and chase after them, this is the webinar for you. If you're looking for tools, if you're looking to understand and to have tools about how you want to change your relationships, how you want to step into a healthy relationship and feel sovereign within yourself, at the same time being able to be in an interdependent, reciprocal relationship with someone who loves you, who honors you, who makes time out of their day to just sit there and talk with you, this is the webinar for you. Okay? If you want to be with someone who doesn't obsess over every last text message, if you want to be someone who doesn't obsess over every last text message, who doesn't count how much time there is between the last time you saw that person and the next time you can expect to speak with them, right? This is the webinar for you. All right, so I invite you to come check it out. I get questions all the time about the anxious avoidant trap, about roller coaster relationships. Can it work? I get questions all the time about how to heal attachment wounds. I've tried everything, nothing works. This is the webinar for you. In this webinar, I'm going to be telling you all about how I work in my practice, how I've brought energetic healing, creativity, creative arts therapies interventions, attachment theory and psychodynamic theory into the way that I work with my clients. And I have a full roster of clients. And I have an online school where I teach people how to do this through my online courses on attachment. So I highly recommend that you join me if any of this resonates with you. If you've watched my videos, if you've thought about maybe commenting, or if you have commented, you know, if you're considering calling me for a consultation, any of those things, this is the webinar for you. And so I invite you to sign up and to register so you can be a part of that. I run very interactive webinars. I do a lot of polls, I ask a lot of questions, I bounce off of your feedback. It's kind of like a private, not private, it's a group, it's like a group coaching session. Additionally, even if you can't make that day and time, which is September 24th on a Sunday, it's at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Even if you can't make that time, register, because then you'll gain access to the replay. And I'm going to make some special offers on this webinar for anyone that has been, you know, following me in my channel, or who's interested in attachment theory and you're just discovering this. I'm going to be making a few special offers that I think would be really helpful. It's all about healing attachment wounds and how we can make that happen, and how we can bring you to a place of full sovereignty within yourself and within your relationships. So sign up. The link is posted below. And I'm also going to post a link if you're interested in joining our online tribe, where I do twice a week, not bi-weekly. I do twice a week live feeds. We have challenges, we do inspirational quotes and stories. So I invite you to join my private Facebook group, and you can join in the creativity challenge this week. Just posted it today. So I hope you'll join us, sign up for the webinar, and I will be talking with you soon.